Hi everyone, I am here with another video on lists. So if you haven't watched my previous videos that were made on lists like part 1 to part 4, please do watch them and come back here. So that is my sincere request to you. So why? Because that will give a nice flow to understand the topic of lists. Okay, so I assume that you have watched my previous videos, and in this video I will be focusing on nested lists. What is meant by a nested list? Nested list is one list embedded in another list is called nested list. For example, in Python, to work with a one-dimensional array, we have used list. To work with two-dimensional arrays, we can use nested list. So here, for the sake of convenience, I am considering nesting up to 2 levels only. That means I am going to consider a list of lists, not more than that, not more than level 2. Then, how to create a nested list? There are different ways in Python to create a nested list. Once I will give one after the other. So the simplest way is, let me call this as method 1. The simplest way is, let us assume the nested list, name of nested list is A. I will be creating the list like this. It is a list of two lists. That means 1, 2, that is one list, 3, 4 is one list. These will act like rows, and 1, 2 are values of the columns in first row. 3, 4 are the values of the columns in second row. Okay, so this is one simplest way to create a list. We can print this A, and we can see how it prints. You see, this is how a nested list is printed in Python. If we want to format it, we can unpack the list and then we can display. Let me show that one. For I in A, for I in A means it will consider two elements in A, 1, 2, 1 row, 3, 4, 1 row. 1, 2 will be considered as one element, 3, 4 will be another element. Print star I. This will unpack the list. Now let me just see the output. You see the difference. The first one is list printed as it is. I mean nested list printed as it is. The second approach is some tricky way to display the output in a desired manner. So this asterisk I is nothing but unpacking list I. So if you run a for loop and then I pack individual lists, inner lists, that will do the job. Okay. Next. Let me introduce the second method, method 2. This is with the help of list comprehension. How can we do that? A equal to J, let me take, this is for columns, J, for J in range, let me take 1 comma 3. I would like to have 1 2 in the columns. For I in range, how many rows I want? I am giving 2 rows. So in first row 1 2 will be there, in second row also 1 2 will be there. Let me display this one. Print A. You see 1 2 1 2. Fixedly in each row the same elements are printed. So this is how we create a list with the help of list comprehension. Next, there is another way to create a list. Here we have given some elements 1 2 here. Sometimes we may need to initialize the list with 0 values or 1 values. That depends on the context. Suppose my intention is to initialize the list with zeros. I will be doing like this 0, for j in range. How many columns I would like to have? I am taking 2. How many rows I would like to have? For I in range 2. Print A. Now let me print this one. Let us see what will happen. You see, a list is created with zeros. Okay. Next one. Another way. Method 4. I think these are the ways to create a list. So method 4 will be like reading elements into the list. Okay. So these are different ways to create a list. One is simply initializing the list. The other one is giving some elements into the list. Another one is putting all the elements as zeros. So these are different ways to create a list. Next, how to read elements into a list. This is also an interesting task. There are different ways to do this. So read elements into the nested list. As always saying like nested list, it will be boring. So for that reason, I am considering the nested list as a matrix. Okay. So now from here onwards, I will be calling this nested list as a matrix. So reading a matrix, how can you do that? So first let me take number of rows. Int input rows n equal to int input columns. Okay, now we got the rows and columns. What can we do with this one? The method one is how to read elements into this one. I will be using list comprehension. A equal to first one j for j in input dot split. Then how many such rows? That is to be decided by I. For I in rows, range rows. What is row here? M. For I in range M. Okay. J for J in input dot split. If I simply take input dot split, the input type will be in string form. I must convert this to J. Okay. Now, if you want to restrict the number of elements, then you can take colon n, which we have discussed in my previous videos. How to restrict the number of elements to be taken in a row. So here you have to give input row by row. Print input row by row. This is first method. Then I will be printing the red matrix or red nested list. Let us run this one. How many rows? Let me take 3 rows. How many columns? 3 columns. Then enter the elements row by row. I will be giving 1, 2, 3 in first row, 4, 5, 6 in second row, 7, 8, 9 in third row. You see, this is the matrix generated and this is stored in the variable A. So this is method 1. Method 2, without using list comprehension. How does it happen? So for this one, I will be taking one A equal to, shall I take B? B equal to an empty one. Then for I, or else what I will do is I will assign this to none multiplied by how many number of rows are there? M. I can take like this. For I in range, number of rows is M. Then what we will do is, you read one entire row, you just add it to this one. B of I equal to this list of map int comma. I think I need not explain this statement. We have discussed this kind of statements in earlier videos very much. So this will read one entire line as input separated by spaces, and we will convert all those into integer values, and that is sent to B of I. B of I means the first row will be red, second row is red, third row is red, something like that. So now print B. So here also we need to give input in a row by row manner. Print input row by row. Okay. Now let us print this one. Number of rows 3, number of columns 3. So I am giving input for A. For A 1, 2, 3. For B, for A second row 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that is printed. This is to B. I am giving input to B. So how would I give? Let me give one, all ones. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So this is the matrix stored in B. Next, let us see another case. For B also I considered the same size 3 by 3. Method 3. In method 3, how would we give? This is this is input element by element. Okay. So in this one, what we will do is, I will be considering a matrix C equal to empty, then for I in range, number of rows, that is M, then each I will be considering one intermediate list row to capture the rows. Then for J in range N, here I will be considering row first, and then I will append row to this C. You see, how would I do this? Row dot append. I will read input. Print input. Okay. Next, I will be giving. This is something like C dot capital C dot append. After every J loop, this row is to be appended to C. That's all. Finally, you can print C. But for this C, we are going to give input uh, element by element. So I am also marking this like reading matrix B, reading matrix A. This will be clearer to understand. Now let me run this code. Rows, for the sake of simplicity, shall I give 2 by 2? Yeah. number of rows 2, number of columns 2. Then this is for matrix A. This is to be given row by row, 1 2 3 4. First row 1 2, second row 3 4. The matrix A matrix is 1 2 3 4. Here I am going to read values for B. Here also we need to give row by row, but this will be done with the help of for loop and no map function, for loop and map function. Next one, let me give 4 5 6 7. You see, 4 5 6 7. This is how elements are read into matrix B. Next, method 3, I am considering the matrix as C. Here how to read the elements? Element by element. I will give 1 1 1 1. So what is the matrix? Oh, something 1 1 1 1. So this is how we can read elements into the matrix or a nested list. I have discussed three methods here. So which method you like the most, you please comment. Okay. Next, with this experience, let us store two matrices in A and B, and how can we perform matrix addition. So for the sake of simplicity, here A is available, B is also available. I will be taking the previous AB values. Okay. So in rows and columns also I will be taking like oh, AB are there, but they are having the values 2 2. Okay. Next, matrix addition. So why to get confused? Let me create again. A equal to or else M equal to int input rows. N equal to int input columns. Okay. Once we got rows and columns, I will be using list comprehension to read. This will be simple. Um, int of j for j in input dot split for I in range rows m. Here I will be taking colon n to restrict the number of elements into the columns. Similarly, I will be reading B. Shall I say print just to alert the user? This is for A. Then I will print. We are going to read matrix B. Okay. Now B equal to same. Why can't I copy? Yeah, we are copying this here. Now we are reading B also in the same fashion. Then we will be performing A plus B. So the result is to be stored in C. C equal to, I will be taking like this. For I in range M, for shall I take none here, none multiplied by how many number of rows, that is M, that is better. For J in range n number of columns, C dot or C of I equal to, how can I get this one? Okay, Cij equal to Aij plus Bij. For I in range M, for J in range N, Cij is Aij plus Bij. Okay. So can we get this correctly, or let me create this with list comprehension, that is better. For J in range columns, for I in range rows. Yeah, this is good. Okay, now Cij is this one. You can print C now. Yeah, let us run this code. What are the rows? Number of rows? Number of rows are, let me take for the sake of simplicity, 2. Number of columns, 2. Read matrix A, 1, 2, 3, 4. For the sake of simplicity, I am taking B as 1, 1, 1. So what is C? 2, 2, 2, 2. So how come? So what is the sum of this Aij plus Bij? Am I getting correctly? I should get 2, 3, 3, 4. So how, why I got 2, 2? Let us just introspect this. Okay. Here, how many number of rows? Yeah, I am restricting n, no, here. How many number of columns? 2 columns. It is having only 1, it seems. I must give 0 to n. Okay, that is also correct only. Or else, okay. This is m. Int of j for I in input. Okay, okay. You see. What is the mistake I have done here? That is J. I will run this code again. Yeah. Number of rows 2. Number of columns 2. First matrix 1, 2, 3, 4. Second matrix 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, correct. So this is the expected output. This is how we can do matrix addition with the help of nested lists. Okay. Next, similarly matrix multiplication. I will take the same code here. I will copy the same code here. Then for this C, okay, Cij is, I must take one more loop for k in range. So as we are taking the square matrix, it does not matter whether we take m or n here. So I am considering the simplest case here. Cij is Aik multiplied by Bkj. Okay. and this is Cij plus equal to Cij is Cij plus Aik multiplied by Bkj. Yes, correct. So as we have already initialized the elements of C into 0, I am not doing this Cij equal to 0 before K loop. I can avoid that. Now this must print the product. Let me run this code. Yeah, something wrong here. Expected, okay. It is showing in the beginning itself, I am ignoring. Okay, good. Let me run this again. Yeah, rows, 2 rows, 2 columns. A 1, 2, 3, 4. To check whether the product is carried out properly or not, I will be considering unit matrix 1, 0, 0, 1. If we consider unit matrix as one of the matrices, the product of the matrices will be the non-unit matrix. Okay, you see the C is 1, 2, 3, 4. It is nothing but A. It is working perfect. Okay. Next, with the experience we get from these applications, let us try to attempt one lead code problem. That is problem number 2643. The problem goes like this: read a binary matrix, and binary matrix in the sense all the elements will be either 0 or 1. So read a binary matrix of some given size m by n. We have to display the row number which has highest number of ones. Okay. So for this we can read the matrix. Let me consider this number of rows and number of columns. Let us read the matrix A. Okay. This is going to be a binary matrix. Then how to count the number of ones? So very simple here. For I in A, I will consider maximum equal to m equal to some 0. That means the number of ones is 0 initially. I am assuming like that. For I in A, I is like row. For every row in A, if I dot count of 1. What does this mean? In each row, if count of 1 is greater than m, update this m to m equal to I dot count, and update this result equal to so initially I didn't consider result equal to some minus 1. I am considering minus 1 means it is not last row, it is like no row is having ones. I am assuming so. Then result I will put like I. Then print I, or else let me give row number equal to I. This is the output. So let me run this code. How many number of rows? I am considering 3. How many number of columns? 3. How to give the elements? I am giving first row as 1, 0, 0. Second row as 0, 1, 0. Third row as 1, 1, 0. Actually, if our code is correct, this third row, that means row number 2 is having the highest number of ones. Yeah, something wrong here. What is the problem? Greater than is not supported between int and okay. If I dot count of 1 is greater than m. Yeah, this one. Yeah, let me run this one again. How many number of rows? I said 3 rows, 3 columns, 1 0 0, 0 1 0, 1 1 0. Yeah, row number 110. Yeah, I have printed I. So we don't require I. What is that we require? Row number, no. How can we get that? This row is printed, but I need row number. So for this one, I will be modifying this code a bit. For I in range, number of rows is m. For I in, sorry, number of rows is what? M. Okay, I am considering max also as m. So let me update it. For I in range m, if I dot count is greater than m, that is maximum equal to I dot count of 1. I think it should work now. So this I is nothing but A of I. Okay. Let me run this. Number of rows 3, number of columns 3, elements 1 0 0, 0 1 0, 1 1 0. Yes, perfect. Row number equal to 2. This is the correct answer. So if you want to see the code, you can pause the video and you can look at the code. You try to do on your own. I mean, what I have presented here is, I have introduced different methods to you, different methods of creating a list, different methods of reading elements into the nested list, etc. And how we can perform this matrix addition and matrix multiplication with the help of nested lists, that we have seen. And we have also discussed one lead code problem, which asks for finding the row with highest number of ones in a binary matrix. Okay, so you can go to this lead code problem and you can attempt this solution. There are some problems like this based on finding the row with the minimum number of ones, finding the row with maximum number of ones in Geeks for Geeks also. Go and find those problems and solve them. Okay, so that's all folks. Thank you. So though this is a lengthy video, I thought it deserves this time. Here we have elaborately discussed on nested lists. I hope you liked the video. If you have liked the video, please do subscribe and share it among your friends. Thank you very much.